Hey guys, Eric here in the school garden. Welcome back to our channel. If you're new to the channel, welcome back to another video. I'm Eric, one of the education specialists for Easton Banks Learning and Life Center, and this is one of the gardens that we oversee. If you are already a part of our journey here on our channel in the gardens teaching youth, thanks for being here for another video. So today I just got back last night from a vacation. Woohoo! A little bit under the weather, surprisingly, shocker. And I haven't been here in the garden for about 6 days, so almost a week. But we are back in the garden and we're gonna be looking at the different things that have already taken place in the garden. As far as like the growth of the plants, anything to harvest, the weeds, because there are a bunch of weeds I already know. So we're just gonna go through the garden and we're gonna look at all the new things together. I've already looked at this portion of the garden because we have containers in the wind tunnel, and then the rows, they have been giving me issues this entire summer, and I'm thinking that we're gonna just place raised beds over there instead of having the rows. The main things that are going to shock us are the 2 long rows that will be over here by the greenhouse. So let's go take a look. So before I left to go on my vacation, I did notice that the apple trees were being attacked by the birds. Like the birds were just having a field day with eating. And so this apple here is the last apple alive. Oh no. Because look, as we turn around, boom. That's horrible. We have no more apples on this tree. That's really suckish. So the last apple tree that we have is this one, and it's a little riddled with disease, and the birds just pecking and pecking. So what I need to do, I'm gonna get my glove. I'm gonna come through and take off any apples that look a little moldish and disease riddled. And I'm also gonna remove the apples that have been pecked by the birds. What we're going to do is purchase today. We're going to do this today, so we'll have it before the end of the week. We're gonna purchase these big, I think it's like a netting. And you could put it over your fruit trees, fruit bushes, and it protects them from being attacked by wildlife. So we need to do that expeditiously because the apple trees, like, that's horrible. I really wanted the students to at least get a taste of what an Einshimmer apple is, because 9 times out of 10, they've never tasted these varieties that we have in the garden. Neither have I. And so that would have been a nice like experience to share with them, but oh well. So all we can do now is just protect the apples that we have left on this last tree, which is the Dorset Gold apple. This is the Asian pear. We had 3 pears on here. Each and every single one is gone. We only have 2 pear trees left. Oh my gosh. And there was 1 apple on this tree and it's gone as well. Oh my goodness. These birds, I tell you, that is, man, that's crazy. So we have to protect this pear tree. As you can see, the pears are doing okay. They're doing fine. No pecks or anything, still growing well. That pear tree and this pear tree are both doing really well. And they're starting to ripen. So that's why the birds are really attacking them, because I mean, they're getting a sweet treat for them. They've also started attacking the grapes. which I'm not surprised because the grapes have started to ripen on the vine. And it's almost that time to start harvesting our grapes. This here was full of grapes, and as you can see, they turned purple, and the birds have just been having a great grand old time eating our grapes. But we'll start harvesting the grapes soon. Let's look at these vines over here. Now, if you can remember, early on, we kind of ran into some trouble with like the watering of the grapes. And one day we missed watering the grapes, and they turned, the grapes just dried up a little bit. Not all of them, but some of them. But we'll get some type of harvest from the grapes. We'll get a few grapes. The sweet potatoes are doing well. We probably won't harvest the sweet potatoes until mid-September. All right, over here, we started some root crops. We have radishes, turnips, and I believe beets over here. And as you can see, some of the seeds have already started to germinate, which is awesome. And it was nice to have the rain because it's been raining all week nonstop. So it's nice to just have the planet water the garden for us. And then we have, I know you can't see, but we have basil, beans, and tomatoes over here. Mostly anything you can see is the weeds, are the weeds, and they have to be taken care of. There are some tomatoes that are not ripened yet, so we're just gonna wait on those. And then moving this way, we have flowers, thyme, and that's another reason why we have to get in the garden and remove the weeds, because we have actual plants in here, but you can't see them because the weeds are just taking over. But we have beans. We have one lovely Rebecca there that this lovely pollinator is feasting on. Red beans over here. This is our second planting of squash and cucumbers. In this little patch here, we have cucumbers there. And then the squash, just lovely. Zinnias, tomatoes, coxcomb flowers, which are so pretty. And I guess we had bad weather while I was gone, and all the zinnias just like fell over and decided I'm just gonna lie down because they have not, see, they just are lying down now. And can't do anything about it right now anyway. And tomatoes here. This is like our second round of tomatoes. I don't think they're doing too well. Just keeping them pruned. And we have basil behind them, this blue spice basil there. The pollinators have really been enjoying that blue spice basil, as they always do. They always enjoy basil. Then our very, very first patch, tomato patch. This is the harvest so far. So what we need to do is just continue taking care of the plants. I'm gonna come later this weekend and remove a lot of the dead foliage that you can see there. That's like in the center of this patch. And just try to remove as much of it as I can before it spreads. And we're gonna try to remove more weeds. Everything is looking really good. The pollinators are out and about. It's a beautiful day to be in the garden. The flowers are doing really, really well. We still have carrots in the ground that we're gonna leave for now because they're not ready. They're still a bit on the small side. And we did have Swiss chard over here. It all kind of has started to die away, unfortunately, but we have more Swiss chard growing in the greenhouse. All right, there are some tomatoes in here that can be harvested. Just gotta step safely. This Cosmo out the way. This tomato. Oh. Sorry, guys. Okay. Move. Oh. Okay. Ooh. That's a big tomato. But we got 2 more tomatoes. And then I'm gonna go ahead and harvest this big guy here before it splits because of the rain. And we could just leave it on the table to ripen. All right, over here in our second container garden, we have our very first fruiting peppers and eggplants. Now, this is the second or third time we've successfully have been able to grow peppers and eggplants. It seems to me that we have this may be the hot sweet banana pepper. We have some bell peppers back here, black beauty eggplants, more. This is a chili pepper, and then right next to it we have another hot sweet banana pepper, jalapenos. This one I'm not sure yet. That may most likely be a bell pepper. More chili peppers and another black beauty eggplant. And you can already see the fruit is getting bigger, which is awesome. These eggplants have a lot of flowers on them, which is really, really cool to see. And we're gonna go ahead and harvest. We're not gonna harvest a bunch of peppers because we want them to get a little bit bigger, but we'll harvest the biggest ones that we have so far. I believe these are the Thai eggplants. Not quite sure. But we have tomatoes and zinnias and beans. And more peppers. Tomatillos that the bees are pollinating, which is awesome. So we'll have some tomatillos very, very soon. The only thing about this area, and I have to tie it up, and I have to do that later this weekend, but we have peppers down here, and they are not getting the sunlight that they need. Like, I tied up this bean plant because it was a volunteer, and it's just growing crazy. It's even outside the gate. But we have a pepper plant here, and then there's another pepper plant here, but the beans are just taking up, they're just covering and shading the peppers. And then this tomatillo, as you know, tomatillos get very wild and big and bushy, and they're crowding out this pepper plant. And then there's a G.R.A.P.E pepper down there, and there's a chili pepper here, there's a pepper here. I want our peppers to get the sunlight they deserve, but that's not quite going down the way I wanted to. Some oxheart carrots here. These carrots have been in the ground for a very long time, and I'm gonna leave them there for them to get bigger. We have this Cosmo here, which is coming down to the end of its life, so I'll be removing it very soon. We should start some more Cosmos because they have been a beautiful addition to the garden. And then this is our bean trellis. As you can see, another volunteer red bean has taken root and is just growing exponentially. We have more calendula here, and I do need to take care of this bean plant before it gets too wild, because we do have an eggplant there and it's doing pretty well. And then we have cantaloupes over here mixed in with our peppers, basil. So we have a pepper there, chili pepper back there, a pepper there, coxcomb, some cardinal basil. This is another pepper. And coxcomb. And there was another pepper somewhere over here. Hopefully the cantaloupe didn't choke it out. I think this is the chili pepper I was thinking about. And then back there we have okra. So hopefully before the summer ends, we'll get some type of okra harvest. I've been trying my best to grow okra, and we haven't been too successful here at the school garden, but fingers crossed we get some type of harvest. So I do need to harvest some of the beans here. I'm just a little nervous because the bugs could start falling on me, and I don't want that. So I gotta think of a game plan here, because there are bees in here, ants, aphids, and Japanese beetles. I'm just a little nervous because there are beans back there that I need to harvest. Thank you guys so much for watching today's video. I'm going to go ahead and harvest the herbs. I'm going to go home and take some medicine. Subscribe, like, and comment, share this video, and don't forget to click the notification bell in the right or left corner of your screen to be notified when we drop new videos, which is every single week. Also, follow us on our socials. We can be found on Facebook and Instagram at EBLLCINC and TikTok Project Grape. Thank you guys again for watching today's video. Make sure to check out all of these other playlists that we have on our channel that provide educational information for you to start your own garden. Till the next video, we'll see you all later in the garden. Bye.